Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About House. I'm Todd.
I'm Juana.
Okay, today we're going to talk about this article that came out in the Las Vegas Review Journal. Henderson's condos see largest sale price drop in nation. Oh my God, the whole nation. And when Juana sent me the article, and we were like, what? Okay, so if you don't know, Henderson is a suburb. You could call it a suburb. It's just part of Las Vegas.
Okay, so.
What is Henderson, Juana? You used to live there.
Yes. So those of you who are in Henderson, feel free to throw tomatoes at the screen because he said that to us. Okay, we are not part of Las Vegas, right? Henderson is not part of Las Vegas. Henderson is a separate city, its own mayor, its own city council, its own police force. It has lots of parks. It has one of the most highly educated police forces in the nation. A lot of them have graduate degrees. Look at him.
They're police. They don't need a graduate degree. They need to just arrest people. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's a really nice, it's a nice city. It has like 400,000 people, so you can't call it a suburb.
So we're going to go through this article. This is the kind of stuff the Crash Bros get a hold of, and then they make like these videos that are really ridiculous. Okay. Right, so we'll go through the article. We'll talk about it. Because when you see the numbers, you're going to be like, oh, but Todd, because people drop in the comments all the time with this. I just read a thing where home prices are down 15% in Vegas. Where are you reading this stuff? So this is a good one of these articles. We'll go through the data. We'll look at the sources they use, and then we're going to actually go look at what they're doing. Mm-hmm. There's two things in this. One is to reinforce that this was not true, but the second thing is to get you to understand that sometimes the stuff you're reading is manipulating you for a reason.
Right. So this is from the Review Journal, which is the big paper here in town. And like everybody else, they want to get eyeballs on their website for their newspapers. So the headline and the article are designed to keep you there and to look at their advertisers.
Okay, here's the first quote from the article. Condominium prices in Henderson have dropped over the past year more than anywhere else in the country, according to a new report. I use that term loosely. Here's the data. The median condo sale price, now they're using median sale price, in the city was $269,000 in October, a 12.9% drop from the same month last year, according to the online real estate portal Point2's news report on home and condo sales, which used national data from Redfin, Zillow, and multiple listing service. Henderson beat out Memphis, Tennessee at 12.2% to take the top spot in the country for sale price declines. Juana.
Yes, sir.
They specifically, for some reason, did not talk about houses. They just went and grabbed, they're just doing condos. They didn't even mention the article anything about homes.
Right. So, they're trying to make a point. Mm-hmm. And they're using data that supports their point. Okay,
we're going to go through this one quote. We're going to show the actual data, and then we're going to show the punchline thing here. This is where you're going to understand the whole thing.
Okay, so if you threw rotten food at your screen, this is the time to clean it off.
Clean it off.
Because the chart is coming.
There's a chart coming. Okay. Mortgage rates are choking buyers' attempt at getting into the housing market right now, according to the Point2 report. Mm-hmm. And condo ownership has dropped in 36 cities across the country as a perfect storm hits real estate market, with buyers who were determined to secure a home at the height of the pandemic buying frenzy and are now feeling the market's 1-2 punch. First by overpaying and now in home value loss. Okay, first of all, when they say dropped in 36 cities, they're talking about the number of sales that happened.
So number of sales has no relationship to home prices. So we have to kind of understand that. If you see 5 things for sale at the store, does that have any bearing as to what the value of those items are? Of course not. They're just 5 things for sale. It's the same thing for here. The number of transactions not necessarily related to value.
If you follow our channel, we just did a video where we showed that year over year, the home prices are up for homes all across the country. Mm-hmm. Okay. But so here's the thing I want to talk about. First, by overpaying. Okay, Juana, first of all, if you bought something, like why would they overpay? If somebody said, look, this condo's $269, but we want you to pay $285, why would they just pay, no, I want to pay $269?
Right. So people pay whatever the market will bear, right? Because if the condo is $269 and there are people who are bidding up the condo, then whatever it sells for, that's market value, because that's what buyers and sellers have determined the value of this condo is. So this whole thing about overpaying, I think, is designed to elicit an emotional response, and it's not accurate, because it's not like the condo was $269 and you paid $280 for it just out of the goodness of your heart, right? You paid that because you had to pay that in order to beat out other buyers.
The other thing too is, have you ever heard anybody who bought a place and then a couple years later sold it and made some money claim that they underpaid? Oh, I underpaid. I mean, obviously when I sold it was worth $400,000, I only paid $350 for it. So obviously it was worth $400 because that's what I sold it for. So when I bought it for $350, I underpaid. So all those houses people bought in like 2008, 9, 10, 11, they must have underpaid for those.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So what we did, that whole sentence, there's absolutely nothing of fact in there. It's all emotional and trying to play on people fear of overpaying and losing money.
Right. So look, people are motivated by two things. They either run away from something or run to something. But unfortunately, most people are actually motivated by negative rather than positive. So that's why fear sells, and that's why bad news sells.
Okay, here's the chart. This is Henderson condos. That's all it is. What we did is we pulled price per square foot, okay, of all condos that sold in Henderson. So if you go back, now remember this little diamonds, if you've watched our videos, you see we use the same charts from Altus Research. If you go back a year ago, a median, the price per square foot for condos in Henderson was about $255. It's about $270. So you're like, wait, the report said that it was less by like 12.9%. Well, it wasn't less 6 months ago. It wasn't less than a year ago. It's actually more. Matter of fact, they're about the same as they were in 2022 at the peakity peak per square foot. But the article specifically said 12.9%. So Juana, I don't see any 12.9% on this chart. I actually see the opposite. So they just told people in Henderson, you lost money on your condos.
Right.
But apparently you didn't.
So first of all, you neither have gained nor lost money unless you are selling. And second, the chart shows that values have actually increased.
Okay. Here is the magical quote from the article where you have the aha moment about what this is all about. Condo sales in Henderson have also plummeted from a recent high watermark in March of this year, as only 20 condos were sold in October, a 20.7 drop from the same month last year, according to the report. So basically, 24 or 5 sold last year, and 20 sold this year in all of Henderson for the whole month. That's less than 1 a day, right? Now, here's the problem, Juana. They're using median. If I only sell one condo, let's say in the month of December, only one condo sells, and the median price of November was $269. But that one condo was in a nice development. It was a 3-bedroom. It sold for $450. What is the median price of condos in December?
$450.
$450. So all of a sudden, you're going to see an article that goes, oh my God, condo prices in Henderson have skyrocketed.
Oh, wait. Oh, but wait. It gets better.
Okay.
So what will happen when Dragon's Ridge goes up?
Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to tell the story after we talk about this. Oh my God, this is funny. Dragon's Ridge, they're building these super high-end thing. It's going to make the market look like it's on fire. Okay, here's the deal.
It's going to be like the Waldorf Astoria of Henderson.
Anytime you have a low amount of sales and you're using the median, it just means the middle number. 20 sales means they took the number 10 and 11 number, whatever they sold for, and took the average. So Juana, what happens if the exact same condos that sold a year ago sold for more money, but there were just other condos that were really low end that also sold? What happens to the median?
It goes down.
It goes down even though the actual value. So when we look at price per square foot, they're going up.
But I want to look at the opposite of that, because that's what we're going to see.
Okay, so tell them about Dragon's Ridge and why this is going to further, maybe it's going to make it look like condos and home prices are skyrocketing.
Okay, so Dragon's Ridge is a new community that's going to be built in Henderson. It's going to be a high-rise in Henderson, and it's going to be spectacular. It's going to be like a Waldorf Astoria kind of thing. Super high-end, multi-million-dollar units. It'll be great. So now this terrible thing is going to be, so you're going to have like one Waldorf, one of these Dragon's Ridge properties sell. So let's say for $5 million, right? And then you're going to have a little condo sell for $200,000. And then they're going to say, oh, but the average price in Henderson is...
Yeah. is 2 million, 2.5 million.
Yes. So, that's why you need to look at at all the data to kind of sort out what actually is happening. And that's what we try to do for you, is we try to kind of pull the veil aside and show you what things are actually going on, so you can be well informed, and that's why we value transparency. So
when you hear median, be very wary.
well, we use median too, because it is useful.
It is useful, but under low transactions, 20 in a month, it would be like going up and randomly asking 20 people who they're going to vote for in the next election, and finding that you just happen to find 15 people who are going to vote for one party and 5 for the other, and then making this thing that 75% of all people are going to vote for this one person because you pulled 20 people.
Oh, and did we mention you pulled the 20 people in one bar at the same time?
Right, yeah, the whole thing is a bit ridiculous. So this number, I guarantee, is going to, Todd, Henderson, it's collapsing, 12.9%. The median prices are up year over year, and not even by a little, probably by close to 10%.
Right.
By 5 to 10%. But because we're using median and we're only median and counting 20 sales, they came up with this crazy number.
Right.
It's just because more lower end condos sold this year versus last October when there were 24 or whatever that sold. That's ridiculous that they're using 24 and 20, and then they somehow can get data from that. You cannot get data from 20 sales.
All right, perfect. So, did we entertain you? Did we make you laugh? Did you have to throw rotten food at your screen? Please remember to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We will put out another great video for you and maybe not cause you to throw rotten food at the screen. Remember to leave us your real estate related comments. We appreciate them, and we will see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.